The STV Radio Football Show is brought to you by C.R. Smith. C.R. Smith are Scotland's top-rated window and doors company on Trustpilot. C.R. Smith have fitted over 1 million windows and doors across Scotland. C.R. Smith offer 0% interest-free credit for up to 5 years, and you'll pay nothing until 2027 at 3.9% APR representative. Search C.R. Smith online for more or head to crsmith.co.uk. Remember, C.R. Smith windows and doors are made in Scotland for Scottish weather. Now, it's time for the podcast.
The STV Radio Football Show, brought to you by C.R. Smith.
Hello and welcome to the STV Radio Football Show, brought to you by C.R. Smith. I am your host, Ronnie Charters, joined as ever by Ewen Cameron. Ewen, how are you?
I'm not too bad. We had a very late night last night. Your eyes are like piss holes in the snow.
Here we go again.
We're
back.
I think it's about the third time out of how many podcasts have we done?
This is number 10, and
Number
you've been
10.
hungover at least 3 times.
Yeah.
Or still pissed?
Yeah. Producer Callum, how are we?
I feel like how he looks.
Yes, it was a very, very good night.
It was a very good night. And you'll notice we're very festive.
We are very festive.
It is our Christmas special, the final show of the year to wrap up what has been a fantastic journey so far.
It's not the final show of the year, is it? We've not got another one before New Year.
We're not back to the 5th.
We're off.
So we are.
Yeah.
We're back in time for the Old Firm game, though, aren't we?
Absolutely. Well, I'm not. I'm skiing, but that's up to you guys. Right, a very warm welcome once again. And as ever, please subscribe, watch, click, whatever you do to make sure. Click. Do you
Watch,
click?
click. Yeah, just
watch,
click.
click. And
I don't know what's going to happen here.
watch us, basically. Isn't it just that? Is that not just that? Watch us. Listen
Yeah.
to us.
You're still pissed.
No, I'm not. I drove in here. I'm absolutely fine. I've done that thing again, haven't I, where I went really high?
Yeah. And the
I
driving
stopped-
part doesn't make it okay.
I stopped drinking actually before you guys. I was on the waters.
Oh, that's right. I remember you on the pints of water about 11:30 or something.
Thank you.
Aye.
Thank you, folks. So we'll read some of your lovely comments out. Oh no, we're going to do the presents first because we Secret Santa'd each other.
Yeah.
And
Which sounds dodgy, but
it's not. Genuinely, folks, it's not. I've got. Can we reveal who we've got?
Yeah, go on.
So what happened? We did a draw.
We did a draw at the hat. We had to buy each other a Christmas jumper themed to the person that we've drawn. And I can reveal, out of you two, I drew Ewen Cameron.
Thank you, Ronnie. Are we opening up together or
Yes,
something?
and then we're wearing them.
So I got
Oh, to
Ronnie.
put these on.
Oh!
So there you go.
Thank you.
So do we have who got you then? Oh yeah, I got you. Got you.
Jesus Christ. I'll get that myself, shall I?
Right.
Honestly, man. Right.
It was a late night. It was a late
Right,
night.
Callum, you start us off. What has it got?
I'm
He's
not
got-
wearing that. I'm not wearing that.
Wearing what?
I'm not wearing that.
You need to show the viewers.
No, I'm not wearing that.
You need to show the viewers.
But I'm not wearing it.
What is it?
What is it? You got me it.
Go on.
Are you putting that on?
Yeah. Have to.
I'm not wearing that.
It was the best one I could find.
I'm not-
While the chief put sunshine on Leith. There you go, folks. Merry Christmas, you.
Put it on.
I'm not putting that
Put it
on.
on.
I'm not putting
Oh,
that
come on, Callum.
What did you get?
This one's amazing.
He's got an England jumper.
For
our
those,
guest
oh
that's
sorry,
coming
for those who are listening, Callum Bell has been awarded a Dundee Christmas jumper.
There's already a hole in it. There's Dundee FC
You meant that.
merch for you.
Are you actually putting that on?
Mr. Ewen Cameron has.
Are you putting that on? Yes, you're forcing me to put it on.
Yeah, mate. Come on. Get involved. This feels like a Team U number. Is this an actual Dundee FC jumper?
It doesn't look like it. I'm not going to lie. It looks like it's one of those. If you ran an iron over that, the thing would melt in your
It would
hand.
stick.
I don't believe. I have to wait for the full show.
Yes.
Of course you do. Oh my, you already look fantastic in Hibs green.
Oh God. This is not. I'm not happy with this at all.
I mean,
How's my hat looking?
it looks great.
Right. It's coming home. It's coming home.
I can't tell whose is worse.
My heart is broken.
Right. So we're in. Can I also just say that the Christmas hat I am wearing is black and white. And it was given to me by George Adam, the MSP.
The MSP.
For Paisley. And his lovely wife Stacey.
Yeah.
Tell me it's Stacey.
It's
I hope
Stacey.
it is Stacey.
Uh-huh.
This is their special hat. Good luck hat that they wore at the cup final, and they wanted us to wear it to spread some Christmas cheer.
Yes.
Unless you're a Celtic fan. So I said to him I'd wear it. It was after about 10 gins I said to him I'd wear it, but I stuck to my word. So there you go, folks. Merry Christmas
Yes,
to the Adams family.
we did see
the
George.
Adams family.
Hey!
Like that.
Hello, George. Hello, Stacey. They were at the STV radio Christmas party last night. It was a brilliant night, so thank you to everyone who came along. Ronnie Charters was on stage. I mean, round of applause.
Man, you are an entertainer.
Oh, my days. Panto is calling.
Yes.
I mean, we will get to that in full
Are
when
we?
we talk about the weekend.
The comments.
The comments.
And we were just discussing off air how much people really dislike Callum Bell.
Callum is a rat, says Ian Jackson.
He's not wrong.
Grant says, this Callum is an absolute fanny. If he was chocolate, he would eat himself. Willie says, he is a Timu Magnum.
Like Magnum PI.
Magnum PI. You
Nice.
look like a 70 porn star with that moustache.
Somebody, a stranger in a restaurant, said that to me once about this mustache. He just came up to me and went, "You look like a porn star." I went, "Thank you."
There's
sir."
a few people that said that last night at the party. There was quite a few that said that
So
looked
I
like
look
a porn
like
star.
a porn star, and my girlfriend looks like Bonnie Blue.
Oh,
Great.
there we go.
Fantastic.
Robert White says, now we know why Ronnie is honking at the quiz. He's desperate to get kitted out in a drag outfit. Trust me, this is worse, Robert. This is worse.
Some really nice comments about Craig Levine as well. All the top ones that people were really seem to really enjoy being on the show.
Craig Levine was an outstanding player for Hearts, so shut it, Ewan. I know he was a great player for Hearts. I watched him when I was a teenager. Great show with Craig. It was one of the best yet, says Mike Bannerman. Just wish Ewan would shut his puss sometimes. Anyways, just looking for a reaction out of folk. No, I don't. I don't go looking for a reaction. I'm not one of those clickbait people. I just ask the questions that I know people want asking, and I have an opinion that isn't about clickbait. Because that's what I really feel and it's what I believe. And Ronnie and Callum will tell you this. That's the person that I am. The person you see and the person that you hear is me. I don't put it on. It's not a... Ronnie.
Do you believe that?
No, he's absolutely full of shit.
Yeah. And he'll also clip that up, and that'll be one that gets all the reaction.
I like this one that just said, "Well done in getting Craig Levine someone more boring than Callum."
Hate is real.
They don't like me this week.
No, they don't. I also like this one from Alan. Ewan was backtracking that much with Craig Levine that he ended up in a DeLorean with Doc Brown. Because we hadn't spoken for a number of years, and I was a wee bit nervous, and it was a bit awkward to begin with because Craig Levine... He's an intimidating guy. I mean, he punched Graham Hogan, a friendly. He's Hearts teammate.
He was going to punch you, didn't he?
Yeah, but we were okay afterwards. We hugged.
People asked me if it was real. People thought it was staged, but that whole thing, that whole sequence that you saw and heard was as it happened.
As it happened. A couple other messages here that people are not happy with me describing your girlfriend as looking like Bonnie Blue, and I talk about her quite a bit on this show and keep describing her as Bonnie Blue. And I've got a message here from Craig. Can I ask that Ewan stops calling Callum's missus Bonnie Blue? It's awful and quite disrespectful.
Thank you, Craig.
And then you got Mike, who then says, I agree with you, Craig. It's not banter. It's disrespectful.
Thank you, Mike.
So for Craig and to Mike, first things first, Cara is a lovely, lovely woman. I met her for the first time last night and also met her mum. And her mum introduced herself. Hi, Ewan. I'm Bonnie Blue 1. Cara's mum. I'm Bonnie Blue 1, Cara's mum.
That's Marie.
Cara's dad came up to me.
Tony.
The greatest
Is it
guy.
Tony? He
He's
didn't introduce
wonderful.
himself as Tony. He went, I'm Bonnie Blue's dad.
Don't back down, double down. There you go.
So thank you to Bonnie Blue 1 and to Bonnie Blue's dad last night. They all see it as a bit of fun and a wee bit of banter.
Do you know-
But the most important person here is actually Cara, who does look like Bonnie Blue. And this is Bonnie Blue and I last night. There's a picture. I'm holding it up. If you could focus on that, please, guys. There you go. I mean, gorgeous looking woman, but does look like Bonnie Blue, but a better looking version of Bonnie Blue.
Nicely done.
And can you please, I've not got her number. Can I call
purpose.
her? No, but can I call her?
I'm going to let you decide if this is a
Oh,
good
yeah,
idea.
absolutely.
Okay.
Have you got a number?
Do I have my girlfriend's number?
No, actually, give it to me.
I'll give you it in a second. Settle. and she might not answer because she'll probably know we're up to something.
Hello.
Hi, babe. How are you?
Tell her.
I'm good. How are you?
I'm very good, thank you. I'm going to pass you over to someone.
Tell her
I'm
she's
not
on
to
the
give you any-
podcast.
Oh,
I know,
sorry,
before she starts swearing. Or
You're on the podcast. Please do not swear or say anything. I don't know, bad. I'm going to put you on to Ewen Cameron. Here you go.
Hey, Cara.
Hey, Ewan.
How are you?
Use my name.
Yes. We met for the first time last night.
We did. How
Yeah.
you feeling?
Not bad. Did you have a good
bit
night?
shell-shocked. I had a good night, yeah.
Aye. What time did
Probably
your
feeling better than yours, because I'm just up.
Aye. What time did your night end?
Midnight. It was not that late. But
it
I'm
was
quite
not.
old these
You
days.
liar.
We got a McDonald's ordered at 2:20 in the morning, Cara. That's not true.
That's
Oh, okay, I made that up then.
Yes, you did. So, Cara, I met your lovely mum last night, and your mum said to me, she introduced herself as Bonnie Blue 1.
I know, they're really playing into it, aren't
they
they?
really are.
And then your dad came up to me and went, "Hi, I'm Bonnie Blue's dad." And the most important person here is you, because I got a wee bit of criticism saying I was being disrespectful by describing you as Bonnie Blue. Cara, aka Bonnie Blue, do you have a problem with it?
I don't really have a problem with it per se. Like, she's objectively a very pretty girl, so I think it's kind of a compliment. I don't think you're really telling me that I do what she does.
I hope not.
Only you can decide that, Cara.
Yeah, that's all.
Thank you, Bonnie Blue, number 2. And can you tell your mum and dad they are adorable and I love them dearly?
Cara, have a lovely Christmas.
Thank you, guys.
Bye, Bonnie.
Love ya.
Love ya. She is lovely, lass.
She is wonderful. Bye, babe. Love you. See you soon. Bye. Bye.
So there you go, Mike, and also Craig. It's a wee bit of fun, a wee bit of banter, and Cara, aka Bonnie Blue, has no issues with it, and neither does the mum or the dad.
What a night it was at the STV radio launch. I think my voice is getting worse as this podcast goes on.
Yeah, it was a messy one last night.
It was.
And the reason that your voice isn't particularly good is because you did a lot of singing.
I did a lot more singing than I thought I would do.
Yeah. You led the charge on stage.
Yes.
Yeah, and you were dressed as an elf.
Dressed as an elf. Was going to wear the elf costume today, but lot of gin and tonic.
The reason that I brought up the singing that you were doing last night is because there was a stool placed on the stage.
Very Westlifey.
Yeah, you put a stool on the stage and you asked me to sit on said stool on stage. And then they pressed play on the karaoke track. And you sang in front of hundreds of people, to me, Sunshine on Leith by the Proclaimers.
And then, folks, the self-proclaimed Hearts fan did this.
Wild and cheap, everybody! With Sunshine on Leith.
There you go. There we go. Fantastic. So not only wearing the Hibs jumper that says Sunshine on Leith, you were chanting along with it as well.
I just felt as though I had to join in.
You had to. It was Christmas.
I had to join in.
You had to give the people what they wanted.
I will say this about Sunshine on Leith. For me, if you take out the Hibs connection, it is one of the most beautiful songs ever written.
I think it's the greatest football anthem there is.
Agreed.
Better than
100%.
You'll Never Walk Alone.
Yes. I'll tell you for why. It's not played as regular. It's like it's only after a big win against Hearts or the Old Firm, obviously. So you've not heard it in a while, basically.
It's a moment, you mean?
Whereas You'll Never Walk Alone, it's amazing. Excuse me, of course it is. But it's played all the time at Celtic Park. It's become, you're expecting it every time.
Yeah.
Whereas
It's
when
like-
Sunshine on Leith hits now and again, for me it's number one.
For me, it is an absolutely beautiful, gorgeous song. And when I was working at Greatest Hits Radio, we did a vote with the public about what is Scotland's greatest song. And it was Sunshine on Leith that came out on top.
Beautiful song.
And I think everyone, if you can just separate it from Hibs, people can see the song for what it is.
It's hard for you to separate it from Hibs as you wear a Hibs jumper talking about how great Sunshine on Leith is.
So we had Sunshine on Leith. We had Life With You.
Life With You we had last
We
night.
had Yes That I Can Boogie.
Yeah, we did.
Rose, your sister-in-law.
Yeah, Cara's sister went
Did
up
All I
and
Want for
sang.
Christmas Is You.
By Mariah Carey.
Unbelievable.
Incredible. And
What a voice.
She came off and she was like, "Oh, that was rubbish." I'm
Oh
like,
my God,
"Rose,
no.
you're a star."
Do you see, there was people in the audience, I was looking at them and their mouth was like, what a voice. They're like,
Great night.
Oh my God. Yeah, she was fantastic. So well done, Rose. Thanks for getting up on stage to do that.
And all the mad families were all there with us as well, weren't they?
All the mad families. I mean, it was such a brilliant night for the launch of STV Radio, wee Christmas party. And we launch on the 7th of January. We can't wait for that.
Do you remember this?
Did you?
You need to hold that up to the camera and show people.
So,
Have
ladies
you
and
brought
gentlemen,
that in?
I've brought that in.
Right, so
You want to tell a story, go on.
So I'm going to tell the story, right, and then you can pick it up. This is unbelievable. So we finish the Christmas party, which was at the garage in Glasgow, and we all walk up the road to a bar called Berlinkies.
That's it.
Yep.
Suckhill Street, yep.
And Cat Harvey had secured us an area that we could all kind of sit. There was like big sofas and tables and everything. And I just sat my ass down, and I think it was your dad that came up and says, "Do you want a drink?" I goes, "I'll have a pint." And as soon as he walked off, there was a woman sat next to me, and she went into her bag and she pulled out this little pot. And there it is. Would you like to describe that? What that
So
pot
it's
is?
like it's almost like an ashtray.
Aye.
It's like a wee silver dome.
A wee
ashtray
silver
with a
dome
lid.
thing. And she placed it down on the table. And I turned to her and I went, "What is that?" And I was, and she
That's
said,
that's my Auntie Eleanor.
"That's my Auntie Eleanor."
No.
That's your Auntie Eleanor.
My Auntie Eleanor
Yeah.
had this. She takes it out,
Uh-huh.
and what it is, folks, is it's her mum.
Auntie Eleanor placed her mum on the table in front of me and then told me the story.
This is
that-
Anne Mullen, everybody.
Yeah, so Auntie Eleanor's mum is in that little pot and
Yep.
she goes everywhere.
Takes it everywhere.
Everywhere. And I heard a story that she apparently went to Denmark.
She takes it everywhere. Genuinely everywhere. Yeah.
I mean, literally any event.
Any event. Takes it to the
I-
football.
Can I see it?
Don't open it up.
No, I don't think you can.
You can't.
All right.
You don't think you can.
So there we go. I said to her, I'd do it. It's all total bullshit.
It's all a lie.
It's all- she says to me last night, she says, "I'm going to get him. Watch this. It's an ashtray she stole for the Corinthian."
I sat and I spoke to her.
And you were so lovely about it. You were like, "That's fantastic. Oh, that's such a lovely
I was
thing."
asking her so many questions.
She says,
Right? And she's telling me about taking her to Vienna, to Denmark, to this game, that game, weddings, funerals, the event tonight for the STV Radio launch.
It's just an ashtray, mate.
it's an ashtray from the Corinthian.
She put it in front of me.
I know.
And she's going, and I went,
She
"What's
kept,
that?"
she kept turning to me going, I can keep this going, actually. I think I can get him
She
greeting.
did.
That's what she says. I think I can get him greeting.
And she put it in front of me and I went, "What's that?" She went, "Oh, it's my mum." I was like, "Your mum?"
So you're in.
That's part of the show now.
That's part of the show for the night. It's
Okay.
mad.
Oh,
But yeah, I mean,
God.
if that's the sign of things to come from STV Radio, it's going to be a good one.
Yeah, can I just say,
Go for it.
your auntie's an arsehole.
So my dad's a dick and your auntie's an arse. So there you go.
Auntie Eleanor, we love you.
Yeah.
Have you got a joke for us?
Nah, I don't have a joke. I'm too... Nah, I've not time to even think about a joke.
That was a good joke from Annie
That was a
Eleanor.
good joke. Actually, do you know what? We don't need a joke today because that and what your Auntie Eleanor did is better than any joke that we ever did. Because all I did this morning, I was just telling the wife this morning over breakfast.
We know
I'm
you
going,
were.
"You're not going to believe this. What did Ronnie relatives brought their dead mum to the party last night?" She
it
went,
was mad.
"You are joking." I went, "No, she put it down in front of me."
I'm going to save.
I was WhatsApping people about it in the
That's
train
amazing.
last night.
That's fantastic.
Anyway,
I got a joke from my brother-in-law, Rory. But I will save this for the next podcast. It's a good one, but it's a bit of a long one. And
Save it.
So,
That's-
Rory, we will get... That was him who was doing the worm on the stage last night.
Oh, was
Almost
it
got
him?
his backside out.
All right.
I was really worried.
Okay.
The big boss is at the back of the room.
Eleanor, you've got the joke of the year.
Well done, Eleanor.
Yeah.
So,
Football.
let's get to it.
Let's go with Celtic first
Okay.
versus Aberdeen.
A 2-1 win.
Huge.
3-1 win.
Huge. 3-1. Huge for Nancy.
Should we get Jerry on there now? Or do you want to wait?
Is Jerry there?
Jerry can join us anytime, I
Right.
think.
Can you get Jerry in on this? Because Celtic fan Jerry Taylor is going to be joining us to talk about this. But I've got to say,
Well, we set him up.
yeah, we'll get him in just a wee second. For me, watching Celtic against St Mirren, against Hearts, and against Aberdeen, their first half performance, some of the football has been great, but they haven't got the results. And I thought that Celtic were outstanding yesterday.
Recording in progress.
They nearly don't get the win. One chance Aberdeen get, they score from it. It's high risk football that Nancy is playing. I mean, it's huge high risk. He's happy to go like 1-on-1 at the back.
Oh yeah, completely.
Right, but one decent ball and you're in, and that's what Aberdeen scored from. One decent
Casper
ball.
Schmeichel.
Bit
There's so
dodgy.
many question marks around him right now.
But I do think that he might go and prove a number of people wrong here, because I thought the football was excellent. I thought it was 3 going on 9. And I've never watched a football match in my life where a team has hit the woodwork so many times in one game. I think it was, 4 or 5 times they hit the woodwork. I mean, they missed sitter after sitter after sitter. And see if they've got a decent striker in there. They beat Hearts. They beat St Mirren. And
They beat Dundee United.
well,
I think they would have won that game if they'd have half decent.
oh yeah, if they'd have a decent striker. Yeah, I forgot about that game in that first half. They could have easily
been 4-0
blown
up.
Yeah. So if I'm a Celtic fan right now, look at the bigger picture here, and you might actually have a very decent manager, in my opinion. But there's someone better qualified to answer that question than me, which is a Celtic fan, and he's been on this show before. And Jerry Taylor is online. Good morning, Jerry.
Good morning, boys. How are we?
There he is.
Just you guys talk amongst yourselves. I'll be back in 2 minutes.
Where are you off to?
You'll see.
Is it something I said, Callum?
Is it someone you said, Callum? What is he?
Wait, is it? Oh,
I can
Jerry.
see Jerry. He's putting up Dundee United tops all over the place just to wind you up.
Oh, I see. I
Aye.
see.
He-
Fair play. Fair play.
Look at him.
Yeah, he's
I
decorating
give it
the
out.
studio.
I've got to take it.
He wins one game.
You win one game against Celtic, and he's rubbing it in, Jerry, with all the Dundee United tops that he's decorating the studio with. That wasn't a particularly good result, but I thought you were outstanding against Dundee United in that first half.
Yeah, it's like you were just saying that if we had a decent striker, I don't want to be too tough on Kenny, but he has some glaring misses. We needed a Kyogo type. I'm not saying go back for Kyogo. I don't think I want to go back that way, but I don't think a player at his kind of ilk would have been missing those chances. The thing that I've been kind of looking at, I've missed a lot of the games. It's just the highlights. I've been doing panels, so I've been jumping off stage.
Oh
trying
no,
to-
you have not. Sorry, Jerry, I had to.
Oh mate, it's got to be done. Got to be done. So I think with the chances that we're creating, I don't want to get ahead of myself after one result, but there is a lot more positives to take than the last few games. Like you're saying, hitting the post so many times. I think Mitov was outstanding yesterday.
Unbelievable
yeah.
save.
There's a save, there's an Engels header.
Unbelievable
The Engels
save.
header. I mean, I think Engels should score, but let's give some credit to Mitov. What a save that is.
Outstanding. I genuinely think he's the best keeper in the league. It's not the first time but it's world-class saves that he's making. It kind of reminds me, see the saves that he pulls off, like the Fraser Foster era, when he was just no right to make those saves. Anyway, I think that's a good sign for us that the keeper's keeping them in the game. Is it starting to click, or was it papering over the cracks? I don't want to get ahead of myself right now, but definitely good signs in the last game.
Jerry, I know the results haven't been what you expected. I've always thought over the 4 games, forget the European one, but in the league games, I thought you've played really well. It's the best football you've played this season, in my opinion. I mean, Martin O'Neill was very functional, and you got the results. But in regards to watching Celtic this season, you're playing the best football under Nancy than you did again with Brendan Rodgers and with Martin O'Neill. I think you need to give the boy time. I think you need to give him that transfer window and let him bring in a striker. Because if you get a striker in, I still think you win the league. You're still favourites to win the league, for me. And if that's a sign of things to come, surely the Celtic fans have got to be a bit more patient.
Yeah, I think that bought a bit more time yesterday. If you'd have asked me before it, I did jump on that bandwagon. If any manager loses 4 games in a row, no matter what team he's managing, the fans are going to start asking questions. But it has bought him some more time. But if he loses
why are you
again,
so blinkered, Jerry? Why were you being so blinkered when we could all see, even from non-Celtic fans, we could all see how good you were playing and just not taking your chances? Why were you not seeing that bigger picture?
Because I was looking at it as a point of mentality and why are they missing those chances? Like under another manager, I think fear comes into it as well. Like the Ange Postecoglou, I think players were scared to not have a good game and then have to go back into that dressing room. I think under Brendan Rodgers, there wasn't that fear because he's a kind of arm around the player type. But I was being tough on him because it's been an absolute nightmare. Like the fans splitting, it's a minefield just now. Ronnie will agree with me. It's like some are blaming the board, some are blaming the fans, some are blaming the manager, and some are blaming all three. And I just think I get caught up in that as well. But no Celtic manager ever lost his first 2 games. He lost his first 4. Of course, there's going to be panic that sets in. That's football. You get ahead of yourself, and you're getting abuse for Specky hot dogs like you. It doesn't make it any easier either. Mate,
what you on about? I'm actually sat here saying you're going to win the league still, and I think Nancy might be that manager. I think he could be that manager.
I know, but I'm not falling into your traps because 1 minute you're going all full on Kevin Keegan and then you're smug as every 2 games.
You tell him, Jerry.
I'm going to ask you, Ronnie, a couple of wee questions here because you work with STV Sport, and I know that you have contacts within the club. Mm-hmm. And there was a story doing the rounds last week that went viral, and certain individuals have now been banned because of what they were putting out there, that Nancy was possibly on his way out, and there were discussions behind the scenes for Nancy to be removed. Yep. Celtic came out and strongly denied those rumours. I'm going to ask you, was there any hint of a truth to those rumours?
Completely false.
Completely false?
Yeah.
So that person just made
Celtic,
that up?
I don't want to go that far. But the Celtic categorically denied any idea that there was... What was the story that talks are ongoing for a compensation deal? No.
There was none of that.
They're backing him the whole way. But this is what I was going to ask Jerry, because they're backing him. They said, listen, he needs his own time, he needs his own players, blah, 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 blah. He'll get the backing in January. They're already looking at January. They're even looking to the summer as well, so that they've realised their mistakes. Jerry, Paul Tisdale got a lot of slack for the last couple of windows. The Celtic fans who have been commenting on our sort of STV stories are saying, listen, we don't really trust him to get this transfer window right. What's your thoughts? What's the Celtic fans feeling about who's actually making the decisions in the window?
Well, I agree. Like, the Tisdale is getting most of the flack, and I think when you look at it, the players that we've brought in, I mean, how many of them have really improved the squad? You can't blame Nancy for that. You can't blame the players who aren't playing well. If they're not good enough, it's not their fault they've been signed. So I just think there's been, since he's came in, I don't see... How many players could you name, Ronnie, that he's brought in that have really improved this squad? So
would you sack Tisdale before Nancy?
But I need to be careful here, because remember, see when I was on your very first episode, right?
You were there, you were OG, Jerry, you were the OG.
I love that. But see when you asked me the question, and you wanted to put me in the spot, and you said, should Brendan Rodgers walk? And I said yes. And then after an hour that the podcast went up, he walked. I'm not predicting anything again. I was getting pelters for that.
Jerry, I know you're a very busy man, and I know that your Panto Baltic is absolutely flying and it's getting rave reviews, my man. When are you running till?
Thank you. This is my first day off in ages, and we're running it until Christmas Eve. We've only got another 4 shows. The last 10 shows have been sellouts. It's been great. It's been really busy the whole run. I'm absolutely knackered. I've broken my toe. I've staved 2 of my fingers. I've smashed my head on the stage because I jump a bit like a loony. But I've loved absolutely every minute of it. Every minute.
Can I ask, Jerry, when you were on this podcast last time, I'm sorry if I've gotten this wrong, you were trying to save Cumbernauld Theatre. Am I right in thinking that you achieved that?
I didn't achieve it. I'm not going to take the credit. The government stepped in and gave them their funding. It was amazing. It's amazing. What we did is put as many bums on seats as possible. It's been a great vibe. The audiences have been wild. My panto's it's 100 mile an hour. We've got everything in it. Magic, great singers, all that. And it's just been great. It's been a great buzz. And do you know who I got to meet the other night?
Go on.
Artie and Scylla from the Singing Kettle. They were in the front row. That was me. That was my Christmas maid. Absolutely brilliant. But yeah, remember Ewan also said that he was going to come and see it, guys.
And he's wanting free tickets, so the freeloader,
wasn't he? He was wanting free tickets.
Jerry, Papa, can't thank you enough for coming on. Have a lovely Christmas, mate.
Oh, Jerry, before you go,
All the best,
Jerry,
guys.
just before you go, mind Dundee United pumps you 2-1. See you later.
Away back to Bonnie Blue, you.
Love you, Jerry.
Take care.
Cheers, Jerry. Thank you.
So a big win for Celtic.
Recording
and,
stopped.
a big couple of weeks ahead because we're all gearing towards this Old Firm game at Celtic Park on the 3rd of January.
And as a Hearts fan, I want that to be a draw.
Yeah.
Or a Rangers win.
Let's
or a
get-
Rangers win.
Let's get to Tynecastle then.
I was watching that game yesterday, and I thought that Rangers started brilliantly, and it threw Hearts. Derek McInnes said in his media conference afterwards that Rangers setup caught them by surprise.
5-3-2.
5-3-2.
Mikey Moore is a striker.
Yeah. And it really caught us out, and we found it difficult to deal with it in that opening 15, 20 minutes. And in that opening 15, 20 minutes, I thought Rangers were excellent. And I'm going to say something that a lot of people might not agree with, but I think Miovski's goal should have stood. I think he is onside. I'm not sure about these lines. And I've said that before. We said that with the St Mirren Lemmings, was it St Mirren and...
Yeah, where he was...
But what was the game?
St Mirren Hibs. No?
Was it St Mirren? Aye, St Mirren Hibs. There's something about the lines that I don't like. It looks like... They say the technology can't be wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I think it can be wrong because we have to draw the lines. It's not that semi-automated offside rule.
There's always a chance of human error.
There's always a
course
chance
there
of
is.
human error. And when you see the lines that are drawn, it's like it's been done up by a 5-year-old.
No, come on.
It looks like
Come on.
It looks like it's been done.
Listen, you have to trust the technology. What's the point? What's the point? And it would just cause anarchy.
Do you think that's offside?
I can see your point. I can see it's really, really tight.
I'm asking you, Ronnie. You're not answering. You're dancing around
Well,
the houses.
I'm going to say it's offside because that's what the technology tells us.
But that can be wrong.
Yes, it can. But I think what do you want me to do? You need to trust it.
If you start questioning the technology now, where do you go from here?
Hold on. What do you mean?
The lines are the lines.
If we start, we questioned the technology a couple of weeks ago.
No, we the application of decision making. We're questioning referees and the laws of the game.
Right, no,
not the actual technology.
We questioned the line for that game that
No,
St Mirren scored
know,
to go for.
because that was two different lines. That was one that they'd made a mistake on, and then they drew a second line. These lines have been factually checked.
Factually.
They have.
Because the reason that I think it's onside, and I have to be honest here, if that was a header from Halkett and it was Shanklin at the back post and that was ruled out for offside, I would be going nuts. Be going nuts. Because see, as I was watching it and before the decision was made and the Sky showed the replay, I instantly turned to my son and went, nah, he's onside, they're 1-0 up. And see, when it came that it was disallowed, I was shocked. I genuinely was shocked because my first instinct was he is onside. And I think he was onside, and I think the goal should have stood.
But I don't understand what you want from this. Because ultimately we have to trust the technology when it's applied properly.
Do you trust it?
I have to.
No, I'm not asking you. I'm asking you,
yes,
do
I'm
you?
answering you.
Yes.
No, so you do
I
trust
do
it.
trust it because I don't know what else you do if you don't.
So you think 100% that needs to be trusted no matter what?
Yes.
Well, okay.
I ask you then, Ewan, what do we do if we don't trust it? Where do we go from here? If you can't trust that the lines are being drawn correctly, where do we go from here?
I don't like VAR. I've never liked VAR, and I would get rid of it. That's always been my opinion.
Genuinely, I would get rid of it too.
Right. and see, when it comes to those, and again, I have to be consistent. I have argued this as well, and I'm going to argue it with that decision as well. See, when it is a toenail, for me, I think you should always give the benefit of the doubt to the striker. I've always said
But
that.
this is just you changing the laws of the game.
It's
there.
not about
this is a
changing the
different-
laws.
this is a
If
different
they're offside-
conversation.
I know it's a pain in the arse, right? But when they're offside, they're offside. It is. And I know you go, oh, that's really unfortunate because it's just, you can still score with it. That's the laws of the game. You're not happy with the laws of the game. That's fine.
Don't get me wrong. I was celebrating when it was announced as being offside.
Yeah.
Right. I was just saying if I was a Hearts situation, I would be going nuts because I would have thought it was onside. So I have to be honest and upfront.
When are you going to say that Hearts are going to win the league?
I've always
You've beaten
said
Celtic and Rangers home and away.
Do you know the last time that a team went 4 games in the same season against Celtic and Rangers and won all 4? 1985. 1985. 4 consecutive wins against the Old Firm.
And surely you've got to think that Hearts will strengthen as well in January.
We will strengthen in January. I've always, my position has always been that Celtic will win the league, and I still think that they're favourites to win the league. I think January is a huge month. I have said this on X, and I'm going to say it publicly here. If Hearts are still top of the league after the fixtures on February the 14th, we will win the league.
What's so special about Valentine's?
Because we play Rangers at Ibrox. And if we are top of the league after that game against Rangers at Ibrox, when you see the next 5 games that take us up to the split, we will win all 5.
The derby. No,
we will.
3 days' time, 4 days' time.
But February the 14th, if we're top of the league, we will win the league. That's my opinion right now. I don't see it. I don't see Rangers in it now. I think Rangers are gone. I think it's
last week. Rangers were back in the title race.
But
you can't chop and change like this.
But they were.
You can't just change your mind every week.
For Danny Rule, is it the same kind of Wilfried Nancy syndrome of he's just basically crawling towards the window to get players in because that Rangers team is devoid of real quality, isn't it?
He's done a good job. Let's be honest with you. He's done a really good job working with a bag of shite.
This is amazing.
And also, ladies and gentlemen, you may have seen it on STV's socials that Danny came in to the press room on the last press conference and gave us all lovely chocolates.
He did.
Lint as well, best of gear. Well done to Danny. And we also got Christmas cards.
Well, while you're opening that up, I think that Danny Rowe's done a wonderful job at Rangers. I do also think that Danny Rowe is a good appointment for Rangers. I think he'll ultimately get it right. But they needed that win yesterday. And up until yesterday, Rangers were in a title race. They were. Because see, if they'd won yesterday, they would have been right in it. But now that they've been beaten, they're 12 points behind Hearts. I think they're out of it. I genuinely believe they're out of it.
When they beat Motherwell next week and then they beat St Mirren on the...
You think they'll beat Motherwell?
No, I'm just hypothetically, if they win that game, are they back in the title race?
No,
and then we'll come back in the 5th and they're back in the title race. But then a week after that, in the 12th, they'll lose the game, so they're out of the title race.
It may change, but right now, Rangers are out of the title race. As it stands right now, they're out of the title race. And you got a Christmas card from Danny.
All I want for Christmas is blue.
Did he sign it?
Ronnie, Merry Christmas from everyone at Rangers.
I should put your name on it. Let me see. Give me it. I'm jealous. I want one.
You'll be getting... I'm sure the SFA will give you one for this chat.
David Murray sent me a Christmas card.
Did he?
I don't think you're getting one from Willie Collum, put it that way.
So yeah, I think even Rangers fans will admit, listen, Danny's good, but he just needs the players. He really does need the players. I think Miovski's coming back onto a game. I think he just needed a bit of confidence, didn't he? What a hit that was in Ferencváros.
Oh,
unbelievable.
Great hit.
So
he's a guy who needs a run of games.
Yeah.
I was really annoyed that Chermiti scored against us yesterday. It's like, do you know what I mean? Like, Chermiti.
Who wins the Old Firm game?
Well, I actually want Rangers to win it.
To put them back in the title race. Do you think they will?
I mean, a Rangers win or a draw would be great for Hearts.
Yeah, of course.
I'm looking at it from a Hearts perspective. You want Rangers Celtic sort of like kind of like carve each other up type thing. So you either want a Rangers win or a draw. At worst, you want a draw.
Do you win the derby?
He's not even answered your first question yet.
I know. Right.
Who wins the Old Firm?
I think Celtic win it. I mean, it's at Parkhead.
Home advantage. For me, Celtic.
I think Celtic win.
But we saw the first Old Firm derby when it was Martin against Rodgers. That was probably one of the worst games of football I've ever seen in my life.
Bad. Yeah.
And the two teams aren't any better now than they were then. There's two different managers, two better managers, I'd say, at the moment. Nancy's football is probably a bit more attractive to watch, and Rule's just a better manager.
What I would add, though, to that, I think Celtic win the game. However, I wouldn't rule Rangers out from getting a result because of the game that Nancy plays. It's high risk football. Can leave himself a wee bit exposed at the back because they pile forward, and Rangers have got pace in that team, and they could cause Celtic all sorts of problems. There will be goals in this game.
Looking forward to that one.
There's no doubt about it. There'll be goals in that game.
On the 3rd of Jan.
Yeah.
Before that, there was an Edinburgh derby.
Tough.
Easter Road.
Tough. Really tough.
Would you take a draw right now in that game?
No, I think we should go there expecting to win. We've come through a really difficult period, actually. Away at Falkirk.
Fantastic.
Beating Falkirk, beating Celtic away, beating Rangers at home. And now this is the fourth of those 4 really difficult fixtures. And I think we've got a great chance to go Easter Road and pick up the 3 points. And I watched Hibs versus Dundee United.
Yep.
I thought Hibs were excellent in that first half. But again, Jim Goodwin said something at half-time because in the second half, you blitzed them.
Yeah, we were the far better team.
Much better team.
Yeah.
Why are you not starting like that?
I disagreed with Jim Goodwin at full time when he said it's a fair result, a draw. I disagree. I thought United were the better team overall.
I thought you were the better team.
I thought we were really good.
But what is it that's happening in the second half that's not happening in the first half?
I think to Jim Goodwin's credit, but also maybe on the opposite end, he's admitted himself a few times this season that he's not started the right team or the right formation and they've been caught out. It's happened a few times. At half time, where you have to give him credit is he does figure it out. You just wish you would figure it out before the first whistle rather than the second half whistle. He did it against Celtic. I thought, for as bad as Celtic were against Dundee United in that second half, you have to give Jim Goodwin credit because he spoke after the game that he took the players in at half-time. He didn't go mental at them. He brought the analyst in. He showed them some clips. He went, this is why your press is wrong. We talked about it before the game. This is what you should be doing. Very calm, very measured. Here's how we'll beat Celtic. And you saw when Dundee United went out in that second half. That's what they did. He did. I think you have to give him credit because he can change a game at half-time. I think there's still some worrying signs that we're just not starting games properly.
No, you're not. But you have been impressive in second halves in a lot of games this season.
And like the opposite of Celtic.
I thought you were outstanding in the second half against Celtic. But as you say, they got away with it because in the first half, Celtic struggled to score all those great chances.
1-1 draw with Hibs.
Yeah, it was a good game, actually. Some decent chances in that game for both teams. And I thought it was probably... I think Dundee United probably edged it in the second half performance and with the chances that they created. I know Jim Goodwin was really angry that Martin Boyle is left all alone at the back post. I mean, nobody's anywhere near him.
I know, but it's a fantastic finish.
Do you think he means that?
Yeah, I think it's a brilliant finish.
But bouncing
give him a
in
bit of credit.
the half volley and bouncing to the ground to bounce up into the net.
I think so.
I think he meant it. I should also give a mention to a Hibs debutant. I think he's on loan, Zach Mitchell. Played his first game for Hibs. He's a young player, but I thought he was absolutely fantastic. He kept the Dundee United winger Amar Fata so quiet. I thought he did brilliantly. And I think the two best players in the park were him and Dundee United's captain and academy graduate. He did have to go off injured. I hope he's all right. But Ross Graham, the centre back.
Ross Graham's good, aye.
So remember we met Ross Graham in Germany. Do you remember?
That was Ross Docherty.
Oh, was it?
That was our old captain. United players.
You need to bleep that there, I just swore. But this is a problem with Hibs. They're so up and down. Whereas before we were saying, listen, if they motor on, great squad, they could do it. They're a point ahead of Falkirk and Aberdeen.
It's crazy,
They're sort of drifting back into this battle for the top 6, never mind looking up. They should be looking down.
I still think they'll be top 6.
Oh, they will. But what I'm saying is,
they could
Hibs
be
fans
better.
should be saying we should be battling for third or being up there.
Second.
One team that certainly is Motherwell, and we got an email from a Motherwell fan into the podcast, Ross, who was like, guys, we need to start talking about Motherwell for a second and third place here. We're playing amazing football. The fans are turning up every week. They're scoring goals. They've had so many clean sheets. Jean Bertelascu has something going on in Lanarkshire. And they're up to third. I know Rangers have got a game in hand and stuff, but they're in the mix.
So I'm going to ask you, Ronnie, are Motherwell top 3?
No. I think Motherwell are 4th. I think it goes, for me right now, it goes Celtic, Hearts, Rangers, Motherwell. That's where I see it.
Callum, where's Motherwell finishing? Because for me, they've been a breath of fresh air.
Fantastic.
Hearts are taking all the headlines right now because they're top.
Rightly so, yeah.
But see, when it comes to Motherwell, they are the best team to watch in the league.
No
full
question.
stop.
If you're buying a season ticket this season, you're buying it for Fir Park.
Yeah.
There was a great tweet by the journalist Graham McGarry, who works for the Herald and Times Group, lovely guy, and he tweeted that Celtic's best centre-back this season plays for Motherwell, Stephen Welsh. And it's so true. It's so true.
Stephen Welsh is
excellent.
Again, the manager's got the very best out of him as well. Where do you see Motherwell finishing?
4th. I think they'll finish 4th.
Are they comfortable 4th?
I don't know about comfortable, but I think they'll finish above Hibs.
Yeah, well, they're already, 5 points ahead?
5 points ahead, and Aberdeen are a further point behind.
Yeah, and Aberdeen are just a wee bit light. I just think Aberdeen don't have the character for it at all. Sorry.
But they've done well to get back into the race.
Yeah.
because it's a really poor start.
I think you might see a small difference in Aberdeen now that Europe's. But I mean, that was we all when the draw was made for Aberdeen in the Conference League. You went, statistically the worst draw of any team in the Europa League.
I think
Conference League. 4
of the teams finished in the top 8 that they played against.
Yeah. So I think if you're speaking to Jimmy Tolino, go right. Thank God that's done with. Let's just get back to the Premiership stuff, and you might see a change. You never know.
St Mirren
again. Right.
By the way,
folks, thanks to our lovely folk at St Mirren with a lovely hat on, because we are a fan of the underdog. The good people at St Mirren, they're a great football club. The media guys are great. Robbo's great. You know, Lasley and the troops above them, brand new.
It's going to move the arm.
And they have Anne Mullen. They have said, do you know what? See, because we're such nice people, we've got the League Cup with us.
I know. It's so good.
I've been in charge of the cup. I've been in charge of this cup.
They've given us this.
They've given us this.
Given us the cup.
To put on when we're discussing St Mirren.
And I just want to remind you that I did predict that St Mirren would win the League Cup. I thought they were outstanding on the day. And I'm absolutely delighted for them. It's great for Scottish football.
I'm actually quite nervous to pick this cup up.
Is it the actual genuine cup?
It's the actual cup. St Mirren.
I've always wondered about that. Do they actually get the original cup and it's not like a duplicate or a clone or a dupe or something?
You ready?
Yeah, go on. Take it out. That's a mug.
For those who are watching, or those who are listening, he's put out a St Mirren mug.
Have you not got the trophy?
No, they wouldn't give him the trophy. You're joking, that's 2.
Oh my God! You messaged me about that last week saying I've got the trophy that St Mirren won against Celtic. I thought, oh, that's brilliant. We'll get a picture with it and everything. And you just brought out a mug.
It's a retro mug. I asked James at St Mirren, listen, can we get the cup? He went, absolutely not. No, definitely not.
Did you ask?
I asked, and he
Thanks,
went,
James.
He went, do you want some merch? And I was like, yeah, we'll take like a strip, or we'll take some merch. And he handed me what is a used. Because it's still got remains in it.
Come on!
An old used St Mirren mug.
This first St Mirren goal that was disallowed, Paul Hartley described it as scandalous.
It was. It was scandalous. Right.
I am lost. I don't know why that goal was disallowed. Do you think that if
I was trying really hard to help the referee and to help VAR. I was looking for something to say. I can see why they might have ruled that goal out.
Did his hand touch his face? Is that what it is?
It touched.
Is that what it is?
It's not even a slap. Yeah. It's not even it's just, you can't even see the boy.
Nope.
Behind him.
No.
It was, and what makes it worse is, first of all, the referee sees nothing wrong with it initially, and the goal stands. VAR. Say to the referee, go and check that out. Referee, have some balls. And go, do you know what? Even watching it back, I don't think I'm going to stick with the on-field decision. It was such a poor decision. And I'm delighted and thankful that St Mirren eventually...
They went on and won.
They went and won the game. Because see if that had finished 0-0, then they would have been done royally and would have been receiving another apology.
Yep. Totally.
And they've had so many issues this season of St Mirren. They've been so unlucky with VAR and with poor refereeing decisions. And again, I thought St Mirren deserved it. I know that Danny Martindale?
Jeez Louise.
Who's Danny Martindale?
Danny Martindale. Livingston they're in bother.
The thing, what I would say about Livingston, they're not getting smashed though. They're in games. They've just not that luck.
Yeah.
9 points from 17 games. That's not bad luck. Sorry, it's not.
But they're not getting smashed. They're not getting battered week in and week out, are they?
I know, but we could be sitting here like in the bottom 6 with 6 games to go, and if you just say they're not getting smashed every week, but they're 8 points adrift.
Craig Levine sat in this studio last week, and he thinks that Livingston could still get out of that mess because of Martindale, having been there and done it. And I still wouldn't rule them out. I've always said Livingston will go straight back down. And I'm kind of like contradicting myself here.
I won't rule it out, but they'll go straight back down. Go on.
But I'd agree with Craig. If there's anyone who's suited to helping the clubs get out of that trouble, that's him. But I don't believe it.
But they need to start picking up points sooner rather than later.
Yeah.
Kilmarnock are also a team spiralling at the moment.
But they should have won. the chances they created against Falkirk.
Chris Doolan in temporary charge. It spoke very well. We went down to see him, and you got the sense of a reinvigoration around the team.
They played well. I thought they played well, and I thought they deserved something out of the game. In fact, and I know that Cole, who watches the show, the captain at Falkirk, and I know all the Falkirk boys do, they won't like this, but I thought that Kilmarnock were the better team and should have won. Which
is probably even more of a compliment to the job that John McGlynn's doing. Yeah. And I don't think, we were chatting about this as well, it's not spoken about enough that Falkirk signed the Partick Thistle men's and women's manager, and he's now scoring a barrel load of goals.
Good
Brian
goal as
Graham,
well.
Another winner, and Falkirk just outside the top 6. It's an incredible story.
And again, Craig Levine, who was here last week, thinks that they'll get into the top 6. Do any of us think that?
No, I think they'll probably just be pipped at the post.
7th or 8th, I think they'll be there.
But they'll be there, won't they?
Yeah, I think you could see the last 2 or 3 games of just before the split, it can get quite tasty.
I'm really impressed with Falkirk, and really good goal, and they held on for the 3 points in the end. But I thought Kilmarnock were really good, and Doolan got a reaction out of them, and he got a bounce. I think with him in charge, is he in charge until the end of the season?
No, just temporary.
Is he just temporary? Yeah. So they're actually looking for somebody.
And that's a gap. They have to get this appointment right.
Do you know?
No, nothing
anything?
yet. Nothing yet. No. I'm off for Christmas. I'm not doing that. I'll go digging in the new year.
Did you see full time? One of the Kilmarnock players, Dominic Thompson, was going at it with some of the fans. I think that's never really a great sign.
I think that shows passion. I think that shows commitment. I don't mind it.
I think I know what he's trying to do, and as you say, if fans were measured and you could have a good conversation after a 1-0 win, then great. But it's high on emotion. He'll be gutted because, as you say, they'll think they should have won. I just don't think it's a great look when you're arguing with your own fans.
I think fans are very measured, especially Grant when he says that Callum is an absolute fanny. I think that's very measured.
Back to the comments. So, state of play as we head into Christmas. Hearts top of the league. Where are we? 6 points ahead of Celtic with a game in hand. Motherwell, then Rangers, Hibs, Aberdeen. Into the bottom 6 we go Falkirk, Dundee United, St Mirren, Dundee, Kelly, and bringing up the rear is Livingston. Premiership done and dusted. We'll be back with part 2 after you hear about windows and doors. The STV Radio Football Show is brought to you by C.R. Smith. C.R. Smith Windows and Doors have been going for over 50 years. That's an incredible amount of experience. C.R. Smith offers 0% interest-free credit for up to 5 years, and you'll pay nothing until 2027 at 3.9% APR representative. C.R. Smith have over 150 iconic vans across the country. Remember, C.R. Smith are Scotland's top-rated windows and doors company on Trustpilot. Okay, time for more of the STV Radio Football Show.
The STV Radio Football Show, brought to you by C.R. Smith.
Welcome back to the STV Radio Football Show Christmas special. It's still very festive here in Up Next Studios, where we film all of our podcasts. And let's go through then the Championship, because we had a wee bit of a mover and shaker at the weekend. A 5-0 win for St Johnstone over Greenock Morton, and St Johnstone, because of a 0-0 draw with Partick and Raith, are now 5 clear at the top. Are St Johnstone just beginning to pull away a wee bit? And
they will ultimately walk away with this league. They're better than anybody else. There's no doubt about that. Partick's draw, poor draw. Do you know what I mean? If you want to challenge for the title, you can't be drawing.
You need to win your home games.
You need to win your home games.
And Raith had a player sent off.
And I was about to say that, and they had a player sent off as well. And I think it was the last 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And Mark will be kicking himself that was maybe a missed opportunity to keep that dream alive of maybe winning the league. I think when you drop points against 10 men, it just maybe puts a wee doubt in the players' minds and also the fans' minds as well.
I think they just don't have the depth that they would probably like to have in this. I think they've got a very strong starting 11. Arguably, you could even say stronger than St Johnstone. I think it's 50-50. But St Johnstone just have that reserve in them. Yeah. They've got 2 or 3 players that are real quality off the bench that can make a few changes.
What might change for St Johnstone? McPake going to Hearts in January. that could disrupt them because he's been outstanding.
He opened the scoring again against Morton.
The boy has been superb. Now, the boy was always thought highly of when he was young, and it kind of didn't quite work out for him. He's gone away, and fair play to him, done a great job. He's put his head down, got on with it, and he's been flying for St Johnstone. I think he'll be a really good signing for Hearts, but if he leaves, who knows? That might affect St Johnstone in a negative way. But I'd still think St Johnstone will walk away and win that league and get promotion to the Premiership. I think Partick Thistle will be fine. I think they'll be top 4 in the playoffs. And Arbroath.
Fantastic.
What's going on there?
3 wins in a row for Arbroath. And that was a 2-0 win away to Ross County.
Brilliant.
Ross County at the bottom. That's now 4 defeats in a row. They're now 5 behind Airdrieonians. They've got a game in hand. Tony Dock's obviously away. John Robertson in temporary charge at the moment. They can't go down twice.
When was the last time that happened? That somebody dropped from the Premiership into the Championship and then into League One?
Might have been Falkirk or Dunfermline, maybe.
I don't know.
We were talking a while
but
ago.
I mean, Roy McGregor is like, he loves that club.
Yeah, and he's got money.
And he's got money. But he's going to have to open his
He's going to have to
in January and get him a top manager. And they can't go down again.
I don't think they'll be relegated.
No,
I think they'll find a way out of it. I really do. I think they'll be okay.
Into League One, and bit of a shock for your wee pal Gary Naismith. 1-0 win over league leaders Inverness to close the gap. We'll get to you next week, Gary. I promise you we'll get you on one day. Inverness 3 points clear with a game in hand against Stenhousemuir. Another points deduction for Hamilton.
Yeah.
Just a bleak outlook
it's a mess
for Hamilton at the moment. But they did win 1-0 away at home. Sorry.
Here's the thing, right?
To Alloa.
I mean, Hamilton over the years, there's been a lot of negative headlines around Hamilton, and they've been deducted points here, deducted points there, and getting in trouble here, and blah 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 blah. But they still pull out some unbelievable results.
I know.
And I'm going, how do they do it? I mean,
mad.
It's nuts, isn't it? When you think about it. I mean, every week you sit here and you go, how have they been able to do that?
You've got to feel for the fans. You really
you do. 100%.
Big win for Cove at the bottom against Kelty, where they moved 4 clear of the bottom. And then in League 2, the Spartans are back.
They're back.
Is Spartans.
Callum Bell's team, a first win in a while for the Spartans. They go 3 clear because Uncle Mick's team lost 3-1 at home.
They did.
To Aaron, down to 10 men at some point as well. Lewis Spence getting sent off. So that title race, very tasty.
I didn't realise this, but I, at Partick Thistle, used to work with the guy who's now head of comms for Spartans. And he followed me on Instagram recently, and I thought, you must listen to the show. So I immediately DM'd him and went, can I bring my Bonnie Blues dad, Tony, who you met last night, can we come to a game? And he went, because I was like, we obviously mentioned it on the podcast. He went, don't even know you have a podcast, mate, but yeah, sure you can.
We know you have a podcast.
So we're going to the boardroom on the 17th of January for Spartans v Forfar.
Well, you need to come back with a review.
Freeloader asking for tickets. Who would do that? Ewen Cameron, team of the week.
That's a really tough question.
You've not thought about it before now, have you?
No, I have. I mean, I would go, I think, Hearts. But I'm not, that's too predictable.
Do you think there'll be a day where he just says it and that's it? He just says his team and we move on.
He likes to tease us.
I'm going to go with...
Christmas is coming, quite literally.
I'm going to go with Celtic.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Celtic. And I'm giving it to Celtic because I think Nancy needed a break. He got the break. And they got the result they deserved.
Callum Bell.
Honourable mention to Motherwell and St Mirren, but I'm going for my team, the Spartans. Huge win at home against Elgin City to put them back on top of League 2. Well done, lads. I'm
going to go for Gary Naismith's Stenhousemuir. Inverness going great guns at the top, but they were gunned down 1-0 at Steny. Well done, Stenhousemuir. Well, obviously, off the back of Craig Levine last week, we've been inundated with people wanting to join our lovely podcast. Especially, I mean, this is a prime spot, the Christmas special. You really need a big name, don't you? And we thought, who could we get? We were going to get Craig Levine back for a second time because Ewan was, shitting himself. But we got somebody even better than that. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the STV Radio Football Show, one of the biggest names in sports journalism, apart from my good self, of course, Mr. Henry Winter.
Hello, happy Christmas.
Merry Christmas, my good man. How are you?
Than Craig Levine. No one's bigger than Craig. I'm a big fan of Craig's as a manager, and also as a a player, a terrific player, as well as an individual. Anyway, happy Christmas. Thanks for having me on.
Not at all.
Happy Christmas to you, Henry. And for those who can't see Henry and are listening, it's looking like from looking behind you, the backdrop. It's like Cliff Richard's Mistletoe and Wine music video.
Yeah, I'd rather have a summer holiday, to be honest. But so fond memories of 4 years at uni in Scotland, except the heating's on in this place rather than being off Dundas Street in the new town of Edinburgh. But anyway, happy memories and good to see three wise men.
Oh, there we go. Very good. I thought you were going to say a couple of donkeys, but that's just me.
Fond memories, Henry, of Scotland?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I played East Scotland League, and I was the only English person in the football club at Edinburgh Uni. This was 81 to 85, certainly in the first couple of years. And I turned up from my rather soft public school in London with sort of silk shorts and a pink shirt, and all the other people in trials were in sort of Kilmarnock reserve kits. And I got, quite rightly, a good kicking, but made friends for life, and fell in love with all the places that in Scottish football, Gallifrey, Dean, Hoyt Royal Albert, all these great East houses and places. I've still got the sort of the scars and the memories. So yeah, absolutely, very much fond memories.
And what about that scarf that you appear to have draped over your knee? What is that? Can you explain that?
1984, Hampden Park, 1-1. I think Woodcock equalised. It was Gary Lineker's debut anyway, and I was in the Rangers end.
Remember Bannockburn? Is that from 1984? You've kept all that time?
Absolutely, yeah. It's the only thing that the kids are getting in the will that I own of absolute no. But I helped Duncan Ferguson write his autobiography, which came out earlier this year, and he sort of came and sort of moved in with us briefly as we were working sort of quite intensely towards deadline. You know what Duncan's like. I'm sure you've had him on your show. I mean, he's a fascinating character, but you have to sort of peel back the sort of the onion layers with Duncan as a player and as a person as well. And I showed him that, which I thought he'd like, and forgetting that he was actually born in Bannockburn. I think the visitor centre is at the bottom of his probably fairly long garden. Absolute happy memories of Scotland. Still go up there. I still find the Old Firm game, and I know you've got some of the shirts hanging up. And it's good to see other teams, doing well, competing this year. Because, I was up there 81, 85, and there was a good Dundee United team, obviously Sir Alex Alex Ferguson, then with Aberdeen. So I can remember, when the East Coast was fighting the West Coast, and we'd play Hibs in pre-season, and you'd see these kids come off the coach, and you think, these are the stars of the future. And probably some of them absolutely did go on after giving us an absolute shoeing 7 or 8 down at sort of Peffermill at the training ground there. So, absolutely. Great, proper football country, which is why I was a bit annoyed by the BBC the other night.
We'll get to that in just a wee second, the Sports Personality of the Year. But can I just thank you, Henry, from all Scottish football fans across the country, for leading the charge for Scott McTominay, because I hadn't even thought about it, but it was you that reminded me and the rest of the Scottish football supporters that Scott McTominay really should have been nominated for Sports Personality of the Year. And it would appear as though, Henry, you were upset and rather angered that him not being part of that. Why do you think that he should have been there?
Well, I mean, look, I love the Lionesses, and I've covered their successes, the England women's team, and back-to-back Euros that should absolutely be applauded. But it was very naive of the BBC to actually put 2 Lionesses in, because it was always going to split the vote. So I thought one of them, probably Hannah Hampton, should have been the Lioness's choice, and then she might have got in the top 3. Look, McAvoy absolutely deserved to win and probably saved the credibility of the of Spotty, which is a national institution still, despite its issues. But McTominay, I just think so. I've got the English vote for the Ballon d'Or, and that is for the player who's had the best year, which was clearly sort of Dembele. So I'd gone into McTominay's figures and what he'd done at Napoli, and you don't get a mural in the city of Maradona without having something about you. And I think if it's about sport, McTominay should certainly be in the top 6 on the shortlist. I'm not saying he should have won. McAvoy deserved that. But you just think what he's done, and obviously I followed his career, stepping out of the academy at Manchester United, trying to get in the first team, getting criticism from sort of idiots like me and one or two fans as well, and then going abroad and absolutely flourishing in a very demanding league, and not simply just flourishing and winning the league there, but getting, I think they call it the MVP, the sort of the top player in the country. I think that, that was an Englishman who'd done that. Wow, that there would have been Keir Starmer would have been campaigning for him to win, to get a statue, let alone Spotty. So and whenever McTominay gets interviewed, and I'm sure you guys have interviewed him, he always comes over as such a sort of grounded individual. And I noticed him during lockdown. And I know you're supposed to judge people year to year, but I remember during lockdown when he went off and he came back looking like a sort of like 400-meter sprinter. He looked fantastic, whereas the rest of us in lockdown sort of doubled in weight. So I know he's an athlete. So anyway, so look, for many reasons, and when I was doing the sort of the voting for the Ballon d'Or, we get to vote for 10, and it was pretty clear who the sort of top 7 or 8 was. And then I thought, well, I've got to have some recognition of what McTominay has done this year, and not because I'm fond of Scotland, but just because what a fantastic sporting story it is, on and off the pitch, what he's achieved out there. It's a fantastic role model. And then you throw in what he did against Denmark. And that goal you guys were there. I bet the whole country went crazy. And one thing I found out about Scotland is that, having written a couple of books with Dalgleish, is that when you get the publishing figures back, they go, well, look, there are 5 million potential buyers in Scotland, but another 15 million diaspora around the world. And I bet there were parties going on in Canada, in Australia, in South Africa, all over America, where McTominay scored. And that goal, I know you had your own almost like sort of pushcast competition in that game, but the fact is that set the tone. You guys were there. Imagine the belief, the confidence against a decent Danish team that we can go and do this. So yeah, for many reasons. So I cast him 10th, but a vote in the Ballon d'Or. So I just wanted McTominay to have some sort of recognition. Obviously, the Scots are going to support him, but he deserved it, and he should have been on the Spotty shortlist.
And talking of Spotty, McTominay misses out and getting a nomination, and then on the night itself, I was embarrassed, I was cringing, and I made my feelings known on X, and then it kind of blew up, and then you wrote a fantastic piece, Henry. Honestly, it was such a brilliant piece and so well put together. It was articulate, and it came across as though you were also upset with the BBC and with Ian Stirling for the way that Scotland was portrayed at the Sports Personality of the Year on the night of the actual ceremony. Why did you take umbrage to that particular skit when it comes to Scotland?
I did take umbrage with Ian Stirling. I think he's a good comedian. I had absolutely no problem with that. I had more of an issue with people at the BBC and people who, it was almost like they must have had a sort of script writers meetings of people from Hampstead and Highgate to come up with that sort of concept. I just thought it was just naive of the BBC and offensive. If we'd been celebrating England qualifying for a tournament, and the Brazilians have thought, right, let's do a tribute to England qualifying for the World Cup and just have loads of Morris dancers dancing around Nelson's column, then I would have gone, we've done a little bit more for football than that. This is always, I feel like I'm name dropping here, but if I ever want to, Graham Souness, who fantastic footballer, fantastic manager and a great man, and the charity work that he's doing at the moment, sort of swimming across the Atlantic or whatever his latest mission is fantastic. But I occasionally, if I'm feeling mischievous, I just go, what have the Scots ever done? Just like the sort of what the Romans ever done for us. And then, it's just he comes in off the sort of Malcolm Marshall run-up and, and he lists all the things. And there was an element of that in that sort of little X post that I put out. Actually, Ewan, following yours, I thought yours was absolutely spot on. And yours was a hand grenade, whereas mine was sort of more sort of gentle, sort of having a pop. I just thought it was beneath the BBC, and I love the BBC, and I occasionally work for them.
So why, Henry,
why did
the BBC get it so wrong? Is that how they see us?
Well, if they do, then they don't talk to enough people on the ground. I mean, they've got Scots who work for them down south. They've got, obviously a good operation in the north. I don't know. I mean, it's just very naive. That would have been passed by about 4 or 5 people before it went to air, and you would have thought that they would be a little bit more sensitive. I hear they've been, I think it's at local radio, that they've been dropping some of the Scottish musical slots as well.
Yeah.
So maybe this is a general trend. And that should be fought against, because...
Did you find it embarrassing?
I did find it embarrassing, yeah. As someone who's English and someone who knows some of the people who are probably involved in the decision-making at the BBC, I was going, God, why would you make such a basic error? And also because of an affinity to Scotland, because I had 4 fabulous years in Edinburgh, not doing as much studying as I should have done, being robbed of a third, and just loving it. And this might sound patronising, but you are a serious, proper football country. I mean, to be honest, I think I managed to squeeze in your contribution to shaping of the greatest game, which dominates our thoughts and our lives and our passions. I could have written a book on what Scotland have done. I mean, you talk to Souness, you talk to Dalglish and Hansen, and you talk to, I watched John McGinn. You see the way he plays. He's just like at the heartbeat of this game. McTominay as well. And there's so many good role models on the pitch and and off the pitch as well. I mean, the amount of managers that you've produced, you probably produced greater managers than England has as a country. And we've got, 10 times as many people. So, yeah, I just thought it was just naive, unnecessary, and it just, if you wanted to give Spotty a kicking for whatever reason, and a lot of newspapers, certainly down south, do, then this was an own goal.
Yeah, 100%. And Henry, there's something else I want to get your thoughts on, because you've been there, you've got the T-shirt, you're one of the most respected sports journalists around the UK and around the globe. And it's changed a lot over the years in regards to journalism. And nowadays, fan media plays a huge part in, particularly within football, and fan media get access to media conferences, which never happened before. It never happened when I was out doing media conferences in the noughties, for example. And earlier this year, I got into a stushy with Simon and with Jim White on TalkSport, because I thought that they were disrespectful and dismissive of fan media here in Scotland during the whole Russell Martin debacle. It was Heart and Hand, which is a Rangers fan media that gets access to the media conferences. And you've also got a Celtic State of Mind and John Paul, who do great jobs here for Celtic and for Rangers in regards to putting forward the fans' perspective, the fans' questions, and what the fans' concerns are about. Yet I found that Jim White and Simon Jordan were dismissive, turned their nose up at it, and were disrespectful. So I'm going to ask you, who for me, you're one of the best. Do you have an issue with fan media? Now, I have an issue with clickbait fan media, like your Arsenal TV. I can't be bothered with those boys. I think they're a pain in the arse. And I think they give fan media a bad name. But there are some decent people out there. What's your thoughts?
No, there are many decent people out there. And if I go on a Rangers podcast or a Celtic podcast, I know I've got to do my research properly, because the people on the other end of the microphones, well, like you guys, know far more about those Scottish clubs than I do. So absolutely. I mean, if I go on radio, I might be able to sort of busk it. But if I come on with you, I have to know my stuff. If I go on Celtic or Rangers or any of the sort of podcasts down here, even the Arsenal one that you mentioned, they know so much about their club. I mean, I guess from a sort of an English perspective, I'm a sort of father of 92 unruly children who I'm trying to get from one side of a road to another with the sort of the clubs I look at. Their lives revolve around, so if I do a Tottenham podcast, their lives revolve around Thomas Frank. They know everything about him. They know everything about every player, every whim that they've got, every sort of tactical nuance of the team. So yeah, I mean, I would never be dismissive for fans media. Because
Henry, should they be in? Because I got the feeling from Jim and from Simon in particular, which is why I had a pop at them and it just kind of blew up. Should fan media be in the media conference asking questions, or do you think there should be a separate area for that?
doesn't bother me. Why? I mean, if they're going in, and you often find the fans' media ask some of the most sort of technical questions. And, I can't sort of sit here and go on about, we should give fans more respect, and we shouldn't keep moving kickoff times, and we shouldn't stop sort of moving games around the calendar, and we shouldn't sort of keep hiking ticket prices, and then say, oh, fans, well, you should be seen and not heard. You shouldn't be allowed into press conferences. I don't mind that. I mean, the issue, and where I would absolutely agree with Jim and Simon, as I do on many subjects, and I also work for TalkSport, is that if it crosses the line, you saw what happened with Peter Lawwell. Some of the abuse of Peter Lawwell, whatever you think of Peter, is, he is passionate about Celtic, he's passionate about Scottish football, he works hard, and so, he didn't deserve to be treated like that, and certainly his family didn't. And the same with Russell Martin. I mean, I'm not necessarily a huge fan of his as a manager. I think he's down here. I think he was slightly overhyped. And then I always had an issue when you went to Rangers. Whoever you are at Rangers, my experience of them, having sort of spent a little bit of time in the club, particularly when Steven Gerrard was there, you have to behave like a Rangers manager. You have to wear. You have to dress in a certain way. It might seem superficial, but it means so much to the fans. So, yeah, I've got no problem with absolutely the fans coming in. And also, everyone's a journalist nowadays. I mean, traditional journalism is slimming down anyway, and we're all expanding. I've moved from sort of newspapers, because I've worked for the ones that I wanted to. I left the Times, or they left me, and going into sort of like the new media. The media has absolutely evolved. Mm-hmm. It's programmes like yours. It's not simply people with ink on their fingers.
Henry, just before we let you go, your thoughts on the Scottish title race. Hearts are in a good place at the moment. The Old Firm are probably the weakest they've been in a long time. What's your thoughts? Where do you see it going?
I think it's brilliant that Hearts, I mean, they won again yesterday, didn't they? Was it 2-1? I mean, that was a good win. I mean, and also an important win for Wilfried Nancy. I mean, I'm still slightly surprised that he's Celtic manager when you consider some of, the job that Martin O'Neill was doing. Look, and I'm probably the leader of Martin O'Neill's Southern supporters group. I think it's great just to have that mixture. And the great thing is, and this is something that should unite the whole country, is just what a fantastic national team you've got. And Steve Clarke, who I know a bit, what a fabulous manager. Just, low-key, gets on with things, inspires players. And anyone who's met Andy Robertson, and I've had the privilege of interviewing him a couple of times, knows what a good person he is, as well as an exceptional player. So, look, I take your point about the title race. It's good to see more teams involved. Rangers have got a decent manager they'll pick up. Be interesting to see what Celtic will do. Is it 3 games time? It's another Old Firm game.
It is indeed, yeah.
I mean, if Rangers go to Celtic, and this is not the greatest Celtic squad, and certainly not the greatest Celtic manager, then, I've just sat through the other night the Kenny Dalglish film, and the Celtic footage, which Asif Kapadia, the director, got hold of, is just unbelievable. And it reminds you of, the Quality Street gang and Jinky Johnson and obviously Kenny, before he moved south at 26, the quality of the players there. So, yeah, I mean, Celtic got high standards, absolutely got to raise it. But actually to see other clubs in the frame with good managers, by the way, fantastic managers, overachieving, is great to see. But, Scotland, I mean, I was at that Brazil game in Paris. Unbelievable party the night before, unbelievable party the night after. It was brilliant to see the Scots. And when I discovered the Scottish Press Corps was staying in Avignon in a hotel called the Hotel Angleterre, I just wrote to them most days, just underlining the Angleterre bit, just to wind them up. And also because I owed Graham Spears €50 because I, as usual, got a bet wrong with him, and he's got a better judge than me. So look, I will see you out in the World Cup, and if we see the BBC and you guys are in the final, you'll have the last laugh.
Amazing. Henry Winter, one of the greatest, one of the very best. It's an absolute delight and honour to have you on the show today, and have a fantastic Christmas, my friend.
Thank you, Henry.
Pleasure. And knowing the Scots, you'll have an unbelievable Christmas and an even better holiday.
Cheers, Henry.
Thanks, Henry.
So much.
Cheers, lads. Henry Winter, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us, Henry. What a guy.
What a
brilliant.
Man.
Well, there we go, folks. What a name. And now we get to the big Christmas quiz. It's the final one of the year. Can Ewan claw it back?
We can't claw it back.
We know-
Is it 6-3?
6-3.
6-3.
6-3.
Okay, let's do it. The quiz. I love the quiz.
Hello.
People love the quiz.
I know people love the quiz.
Sorry,
Shall-
can I have
sorry,
my moment, please?
sorry.
Yeah, go on.
Thank
Sorry,
you.
go on.
I listen to you guys talk the whole bloody show.
Comments are right about him.
Hello and welcome to the STV Radio Football Show, end of show, game show, quiz show. It's where Ewan and Ronnie go head to head. There's 5 questions. You write them down on your board, then you reveal them. There's a tiebreaker if we need it. Last week, miraculously, you both got the same answer in the tiebreaker, so you got a point each. So it's 6-3 to Ronnie.
Got you.
Ewan, can you claw one back in the last quiz of 2025?
Come on then, let's do it. I'm ready.
I like to draw it out a little bit longer like you do. Okay, you guys both ready for question 1?
Yep.
Okay, question number 1. Which player joined Celtic from AC Milan in 2007 for a reported £2.5 million? A worrying level of silence from both of you there. I'll repeat the question slowly so you can think about it. Which player joined Celtic from AC Milan in 2007 for a reported £2.5 million?
I would have been at that media conference and I would have talked about it on the Real Radio Football phone. And how can I not think of that name? Because
I was in primary school. What?
somebody signing from AC Milan's going to make some headlines.
It's almost like you should know it.
I would have talked about
Strachan?
it. Would have been
Strachan.
Aye.
Strachan team.
Guys, this is a great walk down memory lane, but can you write down an answer, please?
Are we going to kick ourselves here?
Yep. It is quite tough.
Have you written down a name?
I've written down an answer. I've taken a logical guess.
2.7 million from AC Milan
I
to
don't know where you've got
Celtic.
the 0.7, £2.5 million.
2.5 million.
Now, I can only go on that fee. The other places say it might be closer to 2 million. Are you going to write something down, Ewan, or not?
I'm trying to think of that Celtic team in 2007, 2008.
Yeah. That would have been the team that made it out into the last 16, no? Wins over Man United.
And they were unlucky to lose to
Nakamura
Milan.
and this sort of
Is that
stuff.
AC Milan in the last 16 when they lost in the... is it
Kaka
extra-
in the-
Aye. It's like extra time.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Guys, this is brilliant.
Go
but
for it.
I can't even
Okay,
give you a
you
name.
don't have an
I've gone
answer.
Massimo Donati.
Oh, so it is.
Is that right? Aye?
Correct.
It
Well
is.
done.
It is. No, as soon as I saw it, you're right. I was at the media conference.
Only went because I just assumed because it was an only Italian person. I could
That's
think
a
of.
brilliant. Well done, you. And then yes, you saw my reaction, and I was at that media conference. I think he was. Was he good? Was he decent? He was all right.
Oh, who
was
cares?
good.
Question number 2.
Did he
1-0
not score a
Ronnie.
winner as well? Shakhtar Donetsk.
Name any of the 3 permanent Kilmarnock managers who came directly after Steve Clarke. Just any of the 3 managers that were in position at Killie after Steve Clarke. Pretty easy question. If you know Scottish football, you should get this answer.
I'm on a roll here. It might be the gin, but I'm on a roll.
Any 3?
Any of the 3 permanent managers that came after Steve Clarke.
Well, that's Kettlewell.
Incorrect.
No. I'm just saying, but no. Are you talking just? No, I'm just.
What's happening here? What's
He's
he
put
talking about?
Kettlewell as well.
No, I've no.
What do you know?
What are you talking about? So the manager that came after Steve Clarke, or the guy that came after him, or the guy that came after him.
Oh, the first 3.
First 3.
Oh, right. First 3. Oh, got it.
It's got a long time to get there.
Yeah, so I just understood the question.
So just for anyone...
McInnes.
Okay.
Alex Dyer.
Okay. So
No?
I can't remember. I'm looking at my notes.
Oh, wow.
I can give you Angelo Alessio,
He was rotten.
Alex Dyer,
That's his assistant, Clark's assistant.
and Tommy Wright.
It wasn't Derek McInnes.
It wasn't Derek McInnes.
That's 2-0 to me.
Shit.
Tommy Wright hates my guts.
So Tommy Wright doesn't like me either.
Does he like anyone? He seems like the moaniest man in football.
I got banned from St Johnstone.
I don't think I got banned, but I got a few shouties
Yeah.
from him.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Can't wait to be back in football, Tommy Wright.
back to Kelly. We're in trouble if he's
By the
back
way,
at Kelly, by the way, genuinely.
Let's not manifest that. Okay, question number 3. It's 2-0 Ronnie. If Ronnie gets this and you don't, game over.
Oh, God.
In what month did Livingston last win a league game? Oh, great question.
What month?
In what month did Livingston last win a league game?
I think we're like on for is it like 17 games? I've only won.
I love how quiet you both
Have
are.
they won? They've won a league game this season.
Right, there you go.
Don't be looking.
I've got an answer.
Okay.
Why don't you reveal first, Ewan?
September.
Okay.
August.
Interesting. I can tell you, so Ronnie's 2-0 up. If he gets this right and you get this wrong, Ewan, the quiz is over. We'll do the last 2 questions anyway, but the quiz will be done. The last time that Livingston won a league game, they beat Falkirk 3-1 on the 9th of August.
Come on!
This season.
By the way, that's a worrying stat. Jeez Louise.
Don't go anywhere. We're going to do the last 2 questions.
People really like the quiz.
People like
We're
the quiz.
staying on. And it's 7-3.
This is embarrassing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is, but that's your own fault.
Go.
You're the master of your own demise. Question number... Ronnie, go for a wee whitewash here. That'd be class.
5-0, can you imagine?
Question number 4.
Ruin Ewan's Christmas.
I need 2 names here. Name any 2 of the 4 Scottish players who played in the 2025 MLS season that just finished.
Okay.
How many do you need?
I need 2 of the 4. So there's 4 Scots that played this season in America. It's just finished in October, maybe late November. Just tell me 2 of those 4 players.
I've got one as a stick on. I know one.
And you're having an app.
There's 4 Scots.
4 Scots
playing in the
Playing in
MLS.
Yep. Is he...
I know. I can't remember the one, and I love him to bits.
See, my second shout might be really embarrassing because I think he might actually still be playing in Scotland as well. I don't know if he's playing in Scotland or America.
Ultimately, it doesn't matter for you, Ronnie.
No, I know, but I've got some
pride,
some journalistic credibility.
You should try that,
defend.
I've got names.
Put them down then.
So I might give you a clue here, but I can't think of his name, and I think he should be in the Scotland squad, and he doesn't get the credit he deserves. He's been outstanding. He was at Hibs, he was at Dundee United, he went to Portugal.
Yep.
He's now in the MLS.
Yep.
I think he's
a great footballer.
He's an amazing footballer.
But what's his name? And you've just given Ronnie it if you didn't already
No, I've
have
got it.
You've got that one. You've got the one you've got. Is that the only one you've got?
You're going to write 2 down or not?
The other one was...
I just... Because I've not slept.
Okay.
I can't think.
That's
I genuinely can't think.
Ronnie, to make it 4-0, because Ewan's not writing anything down, can you give me 2
I've
of the
gone
4?
Ryan Gold and Lewis Morgan.
That's correct.
Yeah.
4-0. Don't swear, please, Ewan. Your last 2 that you could have had were Johnny Russell and Ryan Porteous.
See, I was going to go GMS.
He's at Ross County.
Is he?
Is Johnny Russell still playing?
He just moved recently to Real Salt Lake from the other team he was at.
How old
I think
would
that's
he
it.
be? He must be
He's
old.
34,
picking the ball for a
35.
while.
He was great for Dundee
He was
United.
at the Celtic game.
Aye, yeah, he was there, did the half-time draw. Right, final question.
Yeah.
You really need this, Ewan.
I don't.
Ronnie could get a 5-0 here. He could
I don't
batter
care.
you.
My head's gone.
I wouldn't come back to this podcast if I lost 5-0 on a quiz.
I just asked the question.
Don't tease the people with a very good Christmas gift.
Question number 5. Which St Mirren manager gave John McGinn his debut for the club in 2012? There's your big clue. 2012. Ronnie immediately wrote down a name.
Well, they won the cup, didn't they?
They won the cup.
That same, yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that's all you need to know is the person that... Ronnie, can you reveal, please?
This man uttered, for me, the greatest football quote I've ever heard in my journalistic career, where we were sitting in this man's press area and we were chatting about the game, and he said, "A bird in a hand shouldn't throw stones in glass houses." Mr. Danny Lennon.
Correct, Ronnie. 5-0.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
I'm happy with that.
Should be. Do you mind last week when Craig Levine forgot that the first time he played against the Scotland manager?
Oh, it's so good.
Right, folks,
good. I'm
we're
done.
winding it up. A big thank you
you
to
say
joining
short,
us.
everybody?
It's Christmas.
What are
We're
you
going to
on?
wish people a Merry
Whoa.
Christmas.
Hey,
You
you big Scrooge.
do me what? We've not done many swear words today. Can I have one?
Absolutely.
You're a dour-faced bastard.
With his
Anyway,
Hibs jumper on.
with his Hibs jumper
What
on.
a prick.
Folks, thank you so much for listening and watching the STV Radio Football Show. Thank you so much for joining us throughout 2025. We wish you a very Merry Christmas, a very Happy New Year. We hope your team does well over the Christmas period.
Unless you're Dundee.
And we will see you again in the new year, where we will just be coming off the back of that Old Firm derby on the 3rd of January. So whatever you're doing, stay safe, have a very Merry Christmas, a very Happy New Year, and we will see you again very soon. Bye for now.
The STV Radio Football Show, brought to you by C.R. Smith.
The STV Radio Football Show is brought to you by C.R. Smith. C.R. Smith are famed for those iconic Rangers and Celtic sponsorships in the 80s and 90s, and C.R. Smith are currently offering offering 0% interest-free credit for up to 5 years. C.R. Smith are Scotland's top-rated windows and doors company on Trustpilot. Remember, C.R. Smith are totally professional in their field. Thank you to C.R. Smith, and thank you for listening. We'll catch up with you next time on the STV Radio Football Show.